am your science teacher. So students, in previous video we have discussed this first chapter of science, that is the nutrition in plants. In that we discussed the topic first nutrition and the second is modes of nutrition. So in modes of nutrition we discussed the autotrophic mode of nutrition and the second one is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now today we discuss about the heterotrophic nutrition. So what do you mean by the heterotrophic mode of nutrition? Beta, heterotrophic mode means in heterotrophs are those organisms who depends on others for their nutrition. They cannot make their own food. They totally depends on others for the nutrition. Those organisms which depends on others for their nutrition, they are known as heterotrophs. So generally, the animals and humans are the examples of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They take food from others. The animals and humans do not make their own food. They depends on the plants for their food, or sometimes they eat, or whether they are the flesh eating, so they eat other smaller organisms. So they are depends on the others. So their mode of nutrition is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The heterotrophic mode of nutrition, the heterotrophic nutrition is of 4 types. The first one is the saprotrophic, nutrition. Saprotrophic nutrition means those organisms who takes nutrition from the dead decaying organic matter. Those organisms which feeds upon the dead decaying organic matter. For example, fungi, bacteria, they are the example of saprotrophs. And
mushrooms and bread molds are also the best example of saprotrophs. They derive their food from the dead decaying organic matter. Saprotrophs secrete digestive juices on the dead and decaying matter and convert them into a solution. Then they absorb the nutrients from it.
and the other is parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition means those organisms, in this there are two living organisms. The body in which the parasite live is known as the host, and the organism who depends upon the host, who derive their nutrition from the host, is known as parasite. So in this, the parasite takes their nutrition from the host body itself.
This is the definition of parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition is the mode of heterotrophic nutrition in which an organism that is known as parasite lives on the body or inside the body of another organism called the host. The example is the cascata plant. The parasite gets its nutrition from the host body. This is a cascata plant. Is called a parasite because it does not have chlorophyll and it absorbs food material from the host.
Now the third is insectivorous. Insectivorous nutrition. In this type of nutrition, the for nutrition, they depends on insects. That's why such type of plants are known as insectivorous plants. The pitcher plant, Venus flytraps are the examples of insectivorous plants.
There are some beautiful plants, but you can't believe they feed on insects. Plants that feed on animals, especially insects, are called insectivorous plants. The structure of these insectivorous plants, which trap insects, are actually modified leaves. Insectivorous plants are naturally found in the areas where soil lacks nutrients. They obtain additional nutrient supplements from the animal they trap. They have a special trapping mechanism to catch their prey, and they have special enzymes to absorb them. Let us now look at some insectivorous plants and learn how they trap their prey. This is a picture of a pitcher plant. It definitely got its name because of its shape, just like a pitcher of water. When an insect goes into the pitcher, the lid closes and the insect is trapped inside the pitcher plant. Now the plant starts secretes enzymes and the insect is digested. Now this is the another insectivorous plant known as Venus flytrap. The leaves are the modified structures which helps them to trap the insect inside it. When the insects comes on the leaves of the Venus flytrap, the leaves closed and the insect trapped inside it. Now, in the next video, you will see how the leaves of the Venus flytrap trapped insect inside it. Please watch this video and see the process how Venus flytrap feeds on the insect.
Now the fourth one is symbiotic nutrition. There is a two organism which lives together and helps each other. The two plants living together and helps each other. The best example of symbiotic association or symbiotic nutrition are the lichens. Lichens are the organisms which are association of two groups. The first one is the algal group and the another is fungal group. Algae और fungi मिल करके they make the lichens. So in this the algal component is green and photosynthetic. Algae prepare the food and fungi absorbs nutrition, mineral, water from the soil. They give to algae and fungal component gives shelter for living to algae. So they both are mutually benefited to each other. Such type of association in which the two organisms are dependent on one another, this association is known as symbiosis. Symbiosis. And the process of their taking nutrition, because algae is green, it is the autotroph, it makes their own food, and the fungi are heterotrophs, they depends on others, they depends on algae for their nutrition. So without algae fungi cannot survive in case of lichens. So they both are depend each other. Algal component provides shelter and nutrition minerals from the fungal component. After that, the algae makes their food, and the food, the nutrition, the fungal component receives from algal component. So their association is known as symbiotic association or symbiosis, and the mode of nutrition is known as symbiotic nutrition.
The two plants which live together as part of the same plant and mutually help each other are called symbiont. The best example of symbionts are the lichens, in which the algal and fungal component lives together and mutually benefited. The fungus supplies its water and minerals to the alga, and the alga, being green and autotrophic, synthesizes food by the process photosynthesis and supplies organic food to the fungus. In this diagram, you will see there are lichens growing on the stones. These are the another lichens which grow on the bark of the